So if I'm comparing the culture of Hamas and Hezbollah to the culture of the Nazis, there are a lot of important comparisons. Whether it's mysticism, the overt anti-reason, whether it's altruism, you have to be willing to die for the cause, or whether it is this bizarre, racist, ugly, primitive hatred of Jews, that kind of tribalist collectivism. And if we're comparing Weimar Nazi culture, the German world was the land of poets and philosophers. These people had sophisticated science and philosophy and art on a scale that makes contemporary, at least, Muslim culture look pretty savage. All those sophisticated ideas from those brilliant German philosophers like Kant and Fichte and Hegel, Marx, they're really dressed up, naked, primitive, religious savagery. You don't need Leonard Peikoff's ominous parallels to understand these savages. When you're done reading Leonard Peikoff's book, you'll realize that given the philosophical culture that Germany had gone through, that something like totalitarianism was inevitable in Central Europe. Look at the difference, though. Hitler would use sophisticated filmmakers, propaganda at the Olympics, while at the same time hiding the real horrors of the Holocaust. Hamas is proud. They film, they celebrate, they cheer, dance, spit on, laugh when they're doing their stuff, and they post it on social media. Their children are being taught to ridicule civilized countries that oppose them as murderers of Muslims. This Mickey Mouse kind of cutesy way of approaching this hatred of civilization. They're teaching from the smallest, youngest children who can grasp things, hatred of Israel and America. From the time they're children, they are about the taking down of civilization. They're brought up to hate Israel and the United States from their earliest childhood. They contain the essential triad of evils that we as objectivists know to be the fundamental cause of evil in the world. Overt irrationality, mysticism, overt altruistic self-sacrifice to the point of martyrdom in the case of these Muslim fanatics, and both are genocidal. But the Germans were far more sophisticated. They had greater technology, they were a greater threat. Once we have a similar will to take them on as we did the Nazis, these savages will be far easier to destroy and take out. These people are crude, primitive savages compared to the Nazi and communist monsters of the 20th century. Nazism and communism were infinitely harder for the West to deal with than these would be theoretically if only the West had the backbone and the moral clarity. Anyone who talks about a right of return of Palestinians, they mean the destruction of Israel. That is simply code for destroy Israel. These people have the same exact anti-Semitic, genocidal impulses that the Nazis did.